Welcome to the Higher Perspective Guided Meditation channel. My name is Laura and I will be your guide. Begin the meditation by finding yourself in a comfortable seated or laying down position. Begin to close the eyes or soften the gaze and bring awareness to your breath. Consciously take slow, deep, full breaths, feeling the air fill your lungs, your diaphragm, and all the way into the lower belly, below the belly button. This breathing pattern will help keep you calm and present throughout the meditation. In this meditation, we will distinguish the difference between a temporary feeling and a permanent state of being. We can often mistake a singular feeling for an emotional state of being. When we experience something traumatic, engage in unhealthy relationships with people who are emotionally, mentally, and physically abusive. And when we allow subconscious programming to drive conscious belief and behavior. The danger in this is that we forget that emotions are supposed to be like a wave. They come on, crest, and subside. What happens when we disrupt that natural flow is we get stuck in a temporary emotion and mistake it for a fixed attribute. Let's bring to mind a person in our lives who our family describes as, you know, Uncle Tom, he is just stubborn. Or, you know, your mom has always been a worrywart. Or, you know, your dad has always been emotionally unavailable. Like most men, you can see that not only do we make generalizations about specific people, we also generalize traits based on gender, status, and group. Why do we do this if it is not helpful? Let's pause to identify where we have assumed something about someone in our own life that feeds the collective negative belief about that person. Who comes to mind for you? What is the assumption that you make with ease? And how does this assumption serve the health of your relationship with this person? caught yourself saying, "She is crazy," agreeing with others about what a control freak someone is, and dismissing disrespectful behavior because that's just how it is. Notice if you are replaying an old reel in your mind that someone else planted there, affirming someone's bad behavior to commiserate with others who agree with you, or speak unkindly about someone who has hurt you, believing that this justifies those hurt feelings. None of us like to be on the receiving end of ridicule and judgment. And yet most of us have stood in the place where we judged someone. Let's make space in our awareness for forgiveness towards ourselves for painting others as a monster, for the people who pointed the finger at us to make themselves feel better. And to anyone who we refuse to forgive, as a form of protecting ourselves from vulnerability, I invite you to feel all of your emotions consciously and completely. This means instead of censoring our feelings, we give them a safe container for healthy expression. It means crying when we feel sad instead of bottling it up. It means screaming in your car or punching a pillow because your fury needs a way out. It means telling someone how proud of them you are, despite the absence of this expression of love in your own childhood. Normalizing men crying, women being powerful, and feeling scared from time to time is the most compassionate thing we can do for ourselves and each other. This allows us to feel intense emotions without getting stuck in them. It allows us to see value in being supported by others. And it reminds us that we always get to choose how we feel regardless of condition. Take the last few moments of the meditation soften any tightness in your body that was put there to protect you from feeling. Extend forgiveness towards yourself and others, and connect to the empowerment that meets you when you choose to feel fully and ride the wave of every human emotion. Breathe and receive the courage to be an emotional human being. And may we remember that no matter how wild the emotional roller coaster is, land